Whoa, nah, this brother Kush. Before I get into this boxing video, let me put some stuff on the record before I ruffle the feathers of anybody. This video is not an attack on Terrance Crawford at all. Yes, obviously by the thumbnail, you can already extrapolate that I'm going to make the argument that he is no Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that's because he's not. But it does that mean that he's a bad fighter or not a good fighter? No, that's not the argument. The argument is not about Terrance Crawford or his skills. You know, the newly arrived Terrance Crawford fans seem to want to nitpick which information they want to hold on to. I've read comments where they talk about Crawford wiped out two weight divisions. No, he didn't. He won 3 belts in one fight from a dude that really wasn't all that to begin with. Yeah, I picked Errol Spence to win, but only because Crawford was an unknown to me. As I told anybody that had the open mindedness to sit there and listen to what I was trying to say, which wasn't a lot of people, I was explaining that I just hadn't seen enough in Crawford to know exactly what he can bring to the table because of the level of competition that he's fought. But I knew exactly what Spence was going to try to do. So I would always make the argument that if Crawford could do this or that, he will beat Spence. If Crawford can do this or that, he will beat Spence. Crawford was always the if. I knew exactly what Spence was going to try to do. But let me make it clear, this video is also about men as much as it is about boxing. Men should not be fanatics behind other men. Learn how to win and lose gracefully. I mean, pick your guy. If your guy win or lose, learn how to, celebrate the win or the loss, however you do, you know what I'm saying? But do it in a man's way. All of this all of a sudden misconstruing something now, talk about trying to justify Crawford fighting Tank behind a joke that Tank made. Again, the Crawford fans keep talking about Tank said it, Tank said it. Tank also said in that same interview that he was joking. And that's the part y'all don't repeat. Because y'all not hearing these things yourselves. Y'all are hearing other people say these things. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You need to start getting your stuff from direct sources. Stop hanging on the words of other people because you're out in these streets looking bad. You're demeaning yourself as a man. So this video is going to just be showing you that why you cannot let fan people, fanatics, tell you information because you be out here sounding stupid. I mean, I've read some of the craziest comments about Floyd's career, man. I mean, obviously you people never seen Floyd fight. Obviously you people don't know nothing about boxing. All this stuff about Floyd running. Floyd has beaten right now current more Hall of Fame fighters than any other fighter in history. More lineal champs, more standing camp champs, and more former champs than any other fighter in history. Floyd was chasing that bag and he knew to make that money, he had to make big fights. So he fought people with big names and big profiles. This is how he made his money. He did not cherry pick his way through to get where he is. Going after undisputed in weak divisions is easy. It's easy. Come on, man. Let's just be real here. What Terrance Crawford did, it's an accolade. Terrance Crawford has real skills, but he is no Floyd Mayweather Jr. Let me talk right now. Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Welcome back. I'm your boy, Brother Kush. So I'm going to talk some boxing today, but I'm going to tie this in to lessons of manhood. But let me give you a warning up front. I'm going to make everybody mad when I talk boxing. I got a few cats that kind of like me talking boxing, but let me tell you something. Y'all going to be mad at me because I'm not a fan of any man. So when I talk boxing, I'm analyzing skill sets only. I'm analyzing characters, energies only. So when I say Crawford never wanted that Spence fight, Crawford never wanted that Spence. He never cared about it. He didn't care if that fight happened, and he said it multiple times. For some strange reason, though, the Crawford fanatics act like they've never heard. One time, out of all those interviews where Crawford sat there and said he passed the fight. He don't care if the fight ever happened. He don't think it's going to ever happen. All this stuff. He said it multiple times, but the Crawford fanatics act like they never heard him say it once. And he said it plenty of times. The truth is, Crawford was never afraid of Spence. Crawford is just funny acting. He's just funny acting. I mean, that's just the kind of dude he is. But Crawford had a real skill set. But the truth is, he didn't fight nobody, and he didn't care that he wasn't fighting nobody. He was content beating up bums for his few $1 million. That's the truth. And when I say that, the fanatics get mad. But how he became undisputed if he didn't want the fights? The fights fell into his lap. He became undisputed because the fights just fell into his lap. I mean, that's what happened. At 140, they just happened. You know, this fight with Errol Spence chased him down to get that ass whipping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's up to Crawford, the fight would not have happened. It's just the truth. So I want to talk to men about being fanatics and fans of other men. That is not a good look. Be your own man. Don't sacrifice your own dignity and self-respect for some other stranger, bro. Don't do that, man. Don't use your cachet like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Be a man, bro. If you can't look objectively at strangers, then you can't look at anything objectively. If you can't look at the actions of men that you have no direct connection to, no real connection to, get no benefit from, then you can't look at nothing objectively in life. And this is why y'all find yourselves as incels and lonely and failures in life, bro. Because your mind is so warped and biased in every level that it's not even real. You can't hurt Floyd by talking about Crawford is a better fighter than Floyd. Floyd has been retired 8 years. You can't hurt Floyd by talking about he need to fight, he need to come out of retirement. Why? What good would it do for Crawford if Floyd did come out of retirement close to 50 years old, because he'll be 47 at the earliest when the fight take place? What good would that do for Crawford if he was to beat a 47-year-old smaller Floyd? What good would it do? What will it prove? He ain't beating Pretty Boy Floyd that was at 130 and 135. Crawford ain't beating that dude. That dude knocking Crawford out. Yeah. Y'all don't know nothing about boxing. Y'all don't know nothing about boxing. That Pretty Boy Floyd is knocking Crawford out. Yeah. He's too quick for Crawford. Too fast for Crawford. Reflexes too quick for Crawford. I mean, no, Pretty Boy beating Crawford up. I'm telling you now. So if he beats an old Floyd, then what? Then what? What does that prove? It still don't prove he's better than Floyd. Crawford doesn't have the resume that Floyd has. Floyd has beat the most Hall of Famers, current champions, and former champions out of any other boxer in history. Whereas Crawford don't have a single Hall of Famer on his resume. Not one. Well, they ain't got there yet. Yeah, but they might never get there. I mean, Spence might get inducted eventually, you know what I'm saying, because he became unified, but he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Floyd has beat first ballot Hall of Famers. Some of Floyd's victims are in the Hall of Fame right now along with Floyd. Crawford has not beaten anybody that's guaranteed to go to the Hall of Fame. Not one person. He don't have the same resume. He has not faced the same competition. So all of these comparisons are ludicrous. Now, are y'all mad at me? Are y'all mad at me?